Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Tiny Toon Adventures, Buster Busts Loose. And for the second stage here, we got a Western theme. It's a pretty good stage. And like it showed in the opening skit there, the dash mechanic is going to be used quite a bit. At least in the later half. Not so much here, maybe. But you also got to be kind of careful with the dash because it can get you killed if you're not careful. Simply because, again, you're only invulnerable during the jumping part. So when you're just kind of running around and running up walls, it can kind of get you messed up. They got this jump rope minigame here. I don't really know why. You have to complete it, though, to move on. It forces you to. And you actually take damage if you get hit by that rope, so that would be an insta-kill on challenge. Here, I like to kind of just run over and slide underneath everything, because if you try to go up in the air there, you can see it's actually kind of easy to get hit. And if you have hits to spare, that's fine. But on challenge here, it'd be an insta-kill, so I usually just dash past it all. And here, I actually want to show different death animation. I don't know exactly what the parameters are for it, but sometimes you'll fly into the air, and then you'll fall into a dumpster full of garbage. It's pretty funny. But hopefully we won't die anymore, even though the only 2 deaths so far have been on purpose. Grab the carrots, even though we don't need it, because bunnies love carrots. Falling chandelier, which we couldn't see that coming. There, you can see I was invulnerable even when I was flying back. And we'll just jump into that guy. Got Montana here. He's stolen all the valuables, even though you can clearly see that there's some left. And then there, he's just losing more gold, but, you know, alright. So now we're at the train section of this stage, and there's actually 2 major parts to this. This is just the first one here, but the dash mechanic is going to come into play quite a bit now, so you better be good at it. But it's not too bad. Here you have these nets that'll try to catch you, but you can just dash out the back of them. Or just hang out down here and play with your ears and just avoid them altogether. You can also just jump over them too. I don't know why those ever gave me problems as a kid. Sometimes I would actually get caught and pulled off screen. When looking at it now, it's really no big deal. Just make sure you have some dash meter or just avoid them. But anyways, here we're going to have to get rid of the dash jump. And you have to make sure you grab all the dodos along the way, because if you don't, you are not going to have enough dash to make it all the way. Sometimes you get a little ahead of the screen though, it's kind of tough to see. Grab the golden dodo, it makes you invincible, so you can just plow through enemies, because normally you get killed when you just dash. I don't think the golden dodo appears anywhere else in the game. It might be that's the only part. I can't recall. If anything, maybe one other spot, but... Anyways, here we get to again apply cartoon logic, because Buster has already proven that he can defy gravity. And as this bridge breaks away nice and evenly, we're just going to slowly descend, even though if gravity were to kick in, we would just instantly plummet to our deaths. But again, that's fine. It's a cartoon world, so we'll let it slide. Kill these random coyotes. We gotta survive 2 of these. That jump also used to sometimes give me a problem as a kid. I just didn't have the timing for it for some dumb reason. Here, wait for the cue. As soon as you see, pretty much as soon as I see Calamity, that's when I go. Any later than that, you might be risking it. Alright, we made it. And we got a little extension for our health there. So far, there have not been any extensions. This is the first extension we've gotten. So on challenge, this whole time you had to have not gotten hit. Now these guys, I don't know where exactly they're from. Pretty much all the stages and the characters you see, they're based off of at least an episode somewhere from the cartoon. I don't recognize these guys. I mean, this guy here, he's got a sweater that says Yale on it. I mean, Yale University or whatever. I don't remember them. Especially this guy, I have no clue, but whatever. Here we finally get a health pickup, like halfway through the whole stage. Well, not the whole stage actually, for this train part here, once we finally got an extension. Got a little mini-boss here. I think he takes like a good, maybe 5 hits or so. He's really easy, because again, you just float over his cane. He's no big deal, you just keep pushing him back. He'll just die off screen half the time. Grab his stars, and then we gotta wait. Don't get too hasty there. And again, more cartoon logic. We got these floating planks. Don't know how they're floating, but alright. The question is, who's throwing them? Of course it's Arnold, so we'll just whack him a couple of times. I think like 4 times? 5 times? There we go. He'll drop stars. You don't have to kill him, but I just like to get the stars. Here, I try to be a little aggressive. Try to take out some along the way, because otherwise they will, if you get hit, you might get stuck in midair, and then you'll die off screen. You can get up top here for a carrot, even though we don't need it. Here, the game automatically makes you stop. And then this part here is scripted. There's nothing you can do. At least I don't think you can. And then now we're at the second section of the train. Another auto scroll, but this is like this is the quote-unquote boss part. And on challenge, you actually gotta kind of start attacking early on these things because they take more hits than usual. I think they take like 4 normally, and then on challenge they take 6. And you want to stay on top of it because even though you don't technically need to break these, I just like to get them out of my way so while I'm waiting anyhow. And then watch your head. Because then here, you gotta hit this thing 8 times. Now luckily, when you're kicking it, during the fall animation, you are invincible, so if you were to fall through the flame, it doesn't hurt you. But make sure you start attacking early, because otherwise the screen will creep closer, and if you haven't destroyed it in time, it will kill you. But that's pretty much the only real thing that's in your way. Now we just gotta kind of wait it out. I really like the music in this section, though. It's very intense. It's too bad that it's not really much of a boss area. I call it a boss fight, but I mean, I don't know, I guess we're fighting the train is what we're doing. Here, don't get too hasty. If you try to move ahead, the screen's gonna keep coming back, so you gotta wait it out. Again, just play with your ears, kill time. I never get tired of doing that. Alright, so hop on this. Another thing you don't have to kill, but I like to for the heck of it. You got this little, I think I hadn't pointed out yet because I don't think there had been one that you could see. That little doll gets you an extra life. Here, get up ahead and just keep walking forward so that you can bypass those, because that can hurt you when they initially come out. Here, you got Max freaking out. You don't control the character anymore. It's the end of the stage, pretty much. Buster's just chilling. He's completely calm about it. Now this part here, I always thought that you actually had to tap the button to increase your speed. You don't. I actually just tested it by not doing anything. It's completely scripted. But I never knew that as a kid. I always thought that I had to tap the buttons to move fast. So I would just furiously smash the buttons. And this is just a little nod to Back to the Future. So we hit 88 miles an hour and we go zooming off through time, I guess. Alright, so another stage is down. We get to do another mini-game. And let's see if we can get a different one here. Of the ones remaining, 2 of them are pretty good for getting extra lives. The other 2, not really so much. Let's see which one we get. And we're gonna get the one that's really not so much. We get Plucky Duck's bingo game. Plucky Duck is actually my favorite character in the cartoon. He was always my favorite. But this one, this one's especially, it's pure chance. The other one, at least you could pick what order to put the characters for their weight. Even though, again, it doesn't matter because you can't tell. Here, you hit the button. It doesn't even matter when you press it. It's all predetermined whether you're going to get any bingos or not. And on Children and Normal mode, I think you're guaranteed to get at least 1 because you get more balls to work with. But here you only have 6. And I think it's actually possible to not earn any extra lives. So, this one's kind of bad. Again, because you have no influence, but yeah, whatever. Most of the time, you'll get at least 1 free life out of it, so whatever. I don't really care anyway, since I'm not going to need the lives. Back then I cared, but now that I've practiced this game, it's not so bad. And again, as soon as this game ends, we're going to end the video, and we'll be ready to move on to Stage 3. And I'm going to get 2 lives! Alright, not bad, I'll take it. Oh, wait, do I have more? Oh, I have 1 more ball actually left. Might get more. Is there anywhere I can get another? Actually, no, I can't, huh? I think that's it. Nope, that's it. Alright, see you guys in the next video.